y'all, and welcome back. Today it's a Tuesday video, so quickly let me explain something before I continue on and do the whole intro. Vanessa and I have decided that to appeal to people who love in-cause videos and people who love out-of-cause videos, we decided that Tuesday's videos will be out-of-cause and Friday videos will be in-cause. So Friday videos, you'll get like Bakugo reading fan fiction, or like joking with Jiro, or Uraraka's upcycles, things like that. Things that we do in cause where we're role-playing as the characters and things like that. And on Tuesdays, it's just gonna be us. Today, Vanessa can't be with us because she has COVID, so unfortunately we can't be near each other, but I'm going to be eating today. I feel like I haven't done a mukbang in a long time, and I want to talk to you guys about some new shows that we've started watching, so unfortunately Vanessa can't join us today, which I'm very sad about. But if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you're new, you can subscribe and click the bell. That way every single time I post a new video, you will get notified. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays, and every other Sunday on Patreon, there is a podcast with me and Vanessa called Kavali ×2. You can also check out the merch. The new launch is coming out May 10th. And there will be a charity stream this month, April 30th. It's going to be a BML charity stream, and it's going to be Bakugo because we always planned for Bakugo to do a Black Lives Matter stream. So the stream will be on April 30th, probably in the afternoon. April 30th is a Friday, so you can go there and you can donate to Tilify and help raise money for the Black Lives Matter organization. All the links in the card code down below for like important causes, our social medias and everything like that if you want to follow us on any. And I believe that is it. So today I got sushi, and I put it on a plate. I made it nice for the baby. Okay, we got sushi. We got cucumber avocado sushi. My cat hair is already on it. That's so freaking fun. Cucumber avocado sushi, gyoza, vegetable gyoza, with whatever sauce this is. Vegetable fried rice and yum yum sauce. This is my favorite boba. I'm very excited. I also love the straw. So the most important part of this entire mukbang. Okay. Period. Oh, that's so good. I love boba, like, so much. Oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Also, I'm not wearing makeup today, so before we do anything, let me get this bitch back. Okay, let's start off with this sushi. This sushi. I'm very excited to eat the sushi. I've also been having some, okay, let me explain. Recently, Vanessa and I have started watching quite a few new animes. So, a couple of, maybe like a month ago, we started Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is a show about Belle. And I don't know if it's a harem or if it's a reverse harem, but it's one of those ones where all the girls are in love with the guy. And normally that's like not our thing. We like Ouran High School Host Club, but I don't know if that one's a reverse harem or a harem either. I know it's one of them, because I think harem is when one group of people is in love with another, all the people are in love with one person. But we normally don't like shows like that, so we normally don't watch them. But we decided to do this thing where we would watch those Can You Guess the Anime song, like the anime intro song on YouTube. We would go through those, and then based on our favorite intro song, we would pick from there and then watch the anime. So on one of them we ended up picking Cells at Work, and then after we finished Cells at Work, we ended up picking Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. And Vanessa's boyfriend John had already watched Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. It's actually one of his favorite shows, so we thought it couldn't be that bad. Surprisingly enough, season 1 is very good. We haven't watched season 2 because we kind of heard season 2 was like a loaded crap, so we haven't watched it yet, but season 1 was really good. So let me explain it real quick without spoiling anything.
Frickin'.
Yeah, also delicious. But so, Belle, there are these things called familias. And so people will become a part of familias, and familias will like take care of each other. But familias will also go into this dungeon and fight big monsters. And so the most famous familia is the Loki familia with the sword princess Ias. And Ias is like a beautiful girl that Bella falls in love with because she's about to die from a minotaur one day in a dungeon, and Ias saves her. And he's like, she's so strong, feels bad about himself. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe she had to save me. Like, I'm in love with her. Like, I can't believe she had to do that. That's so
crappy.
I need to be stronger so that, like, I'm worthy of her. Which we usually don't like things like that either. But this one was really good at focusing on Belle's development rather than just focusing on, like, the fact that he was in love with Ias. Like, it focused on his development, and the reason that he could develop so much was because he was in love with her. But it wasn't based fully around that. Like, he didn't think about her 24/7. He still had connections and, like, deep relationships with other people. And, like, he just becomes super, super strong and, like, saves everyone. It's so cool. And Belle is such a bad main character with a sad backstory. So, I highly recommend watching it. At least season 1, it's really good. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's really, really good. Highly recommend that one. That's one of the ones we watched recently. And we haven't watched season 2. Anyone who has seen season 2, let us know what you think so that way we can know if we're gonna watch it or not. But the other one we watched, which we actually watched this one before we watched Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? But I thought about that one first. The other one we watched is Cells at Work. If you don't know, Vanessa and I are science nerds. Vanessa is in school to be a doctor. I was in school to be a vet. Decided that it wasn't the thing for me anymore. It was good for the person I was at a time in my life, for a long time in my life, but it's not for the person I am now anymore. It's not for me. So I decided I'm going to change my major. I haven't done it yet because, like, school's just, like, a lot to, like, deal with while working all the time. So anyone who is in school while working, like, I really give it to you because, like, I know it's hard. And you guys work your stuff every day. And I'm so unbelievably proud of you. Because that's some hard work. Whether it's public school, whether it's private school, whether it's uni, whether it's community, like, it doesn't matter. Regardless, if you're in school and you're working at the same time, you are a badass. Because I know when I was doing that, I had like 7 mental breakdowns a day. Anyways, we both are science nerds. Oh, I decided that I'm going to change my major to astronomy and get a degree in astronomy and in astrology, but you have to go to a different school for astrology. It's like a whole thing. Anyways, so we, based on the intro song, picked Cells at Work as one of them. Cells at Work was probably one of the greatest things we've ever seen. Cells at Work was, first of all, so cute. And the best thing about it for us is that it was scientifically correct. So when we were watching it, we were, like, literally learning. And Vanessa knows, like, a lot about the body. She's been studying it for a long time. So, like, they were explaining stuff and they were explaining it perfectly. So I don't know if it will help, but at least for me, I have taken biology in college, like basic biology in college, which is a lot different from biology in high school. And everything that I had learned that I knew before the show was accurate. And Vanessa, who studies the body, was also saying it was accurate. Well, I can't guarantee how much it will help people. But for me, I'm a visual person. So I'm a very visual person. I love when people make, like, learning stuff fun. Bio and science is always fun for me. But the way that they, like, depicted it and stuff was just really, really cool. So maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. I'm not quite sure. You can give it a shot. It just, like, teaches you about functions of the body. So even if you're just curious and you don't need it for, like, school or something, it's really fun to learn about, in my opinion. It definitely is a learning show in, like, a really, really, really fun way. To the point where you don't even feel like you're, like, learning anything, you know? Droopy. But, so that's fun. The one we're watching currently is Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, we started watching Jujutsu Kaisen on a whim. When Ness got into quarantine, I was like, hey, you want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen? And she was like, sure. I was like, it seems like a cool anime. People keep talking about it. So, I mean, like, let's watch it. And she was like, okay, whatever. A lot of people have been telling me it's sad. If anyone wants to leave spoilers in the comments, we would really appreciate that. We do like to have a, as weird as it may sound, we do like to know, like, what characters not to get attached to. Just because, like, we watch shows to distract from, like, really heavy life topics and, like, things we've been through. So, watching a show, like, before we watch a show, we always like to know, like, who, you know, who dies or who gets, like, really hurt or something like that. The only show we haven't been able to do that with, obviously, is My Hero, because My Hero is still coming out, and so is Jujutsu Kaisen. But we just like to have a warning, just to, like, prepare, because for us, we don't really like surprises like that. We don't, frankly, we just don't want to be sad. But so, you know, for anyone who wants to drop that in the comments, we'd really appreciate it. It's just like a, we get that, like, some people don't want spoilers, we understand that, but for us, we would prefer, if you drop that cup, don't do it. So anyways, yeah, we would appreciate it. You know, but put a little warning on it and kind of like write a few spaces down just for anyone who is watching and doesn't want spoilers. Let's move on to this. So we know roughly kind of what happened. So far we're on episode 11. And if there is any spoilers, then I will let you know, and I'll give you a couple of seconds to skip to a different time. So, Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is a show about Yuji Itadori and Jujutsu Tech. Look at that yum yum sauce. We all know the famous Gojo. So there's Itadori, and he is just a normal, like, just kid who's really good at sports. And he has a grandfather. He was raised by his grandfather. His grandfather's sick and in the hospital. He's not very scared easily. And he's really good at sports. And so, now Itadori is in this club. And it's called the Occult Club. And it's basically like the club at school with like these two other kids. And they really like creepy crap. So they watch creepy movies and they do creepy shit because they think it's fun. They find this cursed finger. And they plan on opening it on Friday night. Megami shows up to school looking for the cursed finger. Runs into Itadori and he's like, homeboy, I know you have it on you. I can see all your cursed energy. So where the frick is it? And he's like, oh, I gave the finger to my friends. Sorry. And he's like, if your friends open that finger, they're gonna die. It's Sukuna's finger. Sukuna has 20 fingers. Sukuna is a curse of all curses. He is like the man. Like, he's like basically the devil. He's super, super strong. He's like the most feared curse. Strongest for other curses. Ingest Sukuna's finger in order to be stronger. Long story short, Itadori's grandfather dies first episode. That night, he has to go save his friends from... They open the finger, they open the cursed finger, and he has to go save his friends from literally getting killed by the curse that they just unleashed. He goes, he saves them without even thinking about it because he wants to make sure that everybody gets a good death. He saves his friends. He's gonna die fighting this curse, and Megami is not doing well either. So he's like, I have no other choice, bro. This curse is either gonna ingest his finger and kill us all, or I'm going to. So Itadori, being the main character he is, because all main characters have to eat weird crap to get their power, Itadori eats the frickin' finger, eats the cursed finger. He ingests it, and then Sukuna goes into his body, but he knows how to sort of, in a way, a little bit, control it. So he can suppress Sukuna and go back to just being Itadori rather than the curse totally taking him over. So then Gojo is like, takes him in, and is like, okay, homeboy, I can either execute you, or you can eat all 20 fingers, and then I will execute you after you eat all 20 fingers, so that way Sukuna will die with you. And so Itadori says yes, and ends up going to Jujutsu Kaisen. So far, it's amazing, and we love it a lot. Kind of reminds me of Blue Exorcist a little bit. It is a little dark, I will say. A good thing about it, though, is that they kill off characters pretty quickly. Like, they kill off characters relatively quickly if they're gonna die. Like, spoiler warning, this is for, you know, like later in the first season if you don't want it to be spoiled, then go to this time. So they kill off characters pretty quickly, like Junpei and his mother, and also, you know, Yori's grandfather. They kill them off pretty quickly if they're not gonna live. The one thing I have heard though is that Kento Nanami dies, and it's slow. You get to know him, you get to love him, and then he dies. So that terrifies me. But at least we know, you know. Also, there's like a little scare in the middle of it. If you know, you know. But alright, now the spoiler's done. So far, it's a really good show. We really enjoy it. We think it's like super awesome. It's definitely one of like the darker shows. I get the darker quote-unquote shows that we've watched. The thing is though, is that a show can't really be a show. Like, every show has to have depth. So like, obviously, like, shows are going to be sad, and like that's something that like we've kind of accepted, you know. Like, not every show is gonna be happy-go-lucky, and honestly the ones that are happy-go-lucky all the time aren't really it, because they have no depth, in my opinion. But this is definitely like a good show. It reminds me of kind of like Blue Exorcist. I would say prepare yourself though in case a character does die. I think a big thing with us too is that like My Hero is kind of our safe haven show. So if something were to happen to our favorite characters in My Hero, I think that's when it would be the most detrimental to us, because that show has kind of just like been there for us through like really tough times, and kind of just like distracted us and helped us get through like horrible things that were going on. So I think when you first get to know a show and you don't fall like totally in love with it, no, we do like Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. Like, we think it's a really cool show. We thoroughly enjoy it. But it's really good. Like, I highly recommend it. It's super good. I would say prepare yourself because we don't know what's gonna happen though, and we kind of went into that knowing that my favorite character is Itadori or Megami. Nessa's is obviously Gojo. I do like Nanami a lot. I'm starting to like him a little more. I think he's pretty awesome. Sorry, my phone is like going off. There's a group chat with my family. So, quiet down. We stopped at episode 11 right after that whole Junpei fiasco. So, we won in a minute. I also started getting Vanessa to play Genshin. So, Vanessa has been playing Genshin Impact since last night, which you're seeing this on Tuesday. So, she started playing it on Sunday night. And so far, she doesn't like it that much, but she is playing it again. So, I guess it's a good sign. Genshin is a game that, like, I really love. Like, it's really hard for me to find video games that I like get fully invested in and like just really enjoy, but Genshin is definitely one of those games. So like, I definitely recommend it for people who like RPG games. I personally love them, but I definitely recommend it to like anyone. It's a super fun game to play, and it's like, it's RPG style. It kind of reminds me, if you guys have ever heard of the of the Tales series. There's Tales of Zestiria, there's Tales of Grace, Tales of Grace X or something. Like, there's like a bunch of them. It kind of reminds me of that. I actually found out that Genshin was like inspired by Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I've played Breath of the Wild and I actually don't like that much. It's a really fun game, so I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to play a new video game. It is free. You can spend money on it, but I personally don't because broke. There's also new Harvest Moons that just came out recently. There's a Harvest Moon and a Story of Seasons, I believe. So if you guys are into the Harvest Moon series, you could totally check that out as well. They're super fun. We've played Harvest Moon since we were kids. And so the way that Harvest Moon, it's like a farming, like, it's a simulation, that's what it is. It's a farming simulation. It's really fun. If you've ever played Stardew Valley, it's a lot like Stardew Valley. But so there's Story of Seasons and then there's Harvest Moon. So Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons originally were the same game. But because the two companies around, like, I think it was like 2015 or something, they had split. So one company kept the name Harvest Moon, and then the company that actually created the game didn't get to keep the name, the brand name Harvest Moon, but they design it. So Story of Seasons is a lot like the original Harvest Moons, but the Harvest Moon game, like the name now, it's still similar, but like in our opinion, Story of Seasons is more fun and better because it's more like the Harvest Moon that was before the two companies split and became two different. If you guys like simulation games, you should totally check that out as well. Let me think if there's anything else. I'm trying to like update you on stuff that you can do and play, you know, because I know summer's coming. I know it's probably exam time for a lot of people, so if it is exam time for you, you are going to do amazing on your exam. Make sure to study hard, but also take care of yourself, because your mental health is very important. Your mental health is a lot more important than everything. Your mental health, you're in your head all the time, so make sure you make it a nice place to live. And I know that's easier said than done. It can be a hard thing to do, but make sure it's a nice place to live for you. Get your sleep, because it's going to help you the most with studying. Make sure you get your sleep, a lot of it, because you're not going to be able to do like super great if you're completely exhausted from studying all the time. So make sure you get your sleep, make sure you drink water, make sure you just give yourself time to relax, because you don't want to get too stressed out. I know it's not good for your mental health either. Oh, let us know what other type of like out of cause videos you want to see. I can do painting ones and all those things like that, but so we can kind of like do both, because I know the channel started as a place where it was out of cause, and then it kind of just switched abruptly when the year started, because we had like all these ideas and we thought it was really cool, and we still do, and we still want to do videos like that, but less stress on us and more appealing to everyone, people who don't like the role-playing stuff and people who do. So I hope you guys like this new like setup thing. Also this week, we're trying to figure out days that are like set days for us to stream, but we don't know yet. So this week though, we decided, unless something completely changes abruptly or something happens, which hopefully nothing will, knock on wood, the stream will be on, the streams this week, the charity stream will be on Friday, April 30th. I will be streaming Genshin probably, or something else, on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday this week. So yes, I believe that's it. We might take out, or no, a Thursday or Saturday stream, just because the charity stream is on Friday, and that takes a lot of like preparation. We will let you guys know about all of that on my Instagram story. You can follow me on my Instagram story. I'm very full now and very tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you're new, you can subscribe and click the bell. That way every single time I post a new video, you will get notified. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays on here, every other Sunday on Patreon. There is a podcast as well as a lot of extra behind the scenes and sneak peeks of a lot of stuff. So if you want to check out the new merch, you can actually go check it out on there, because I posted some of it. The new merch launch is on May 10th. It's exactly 2 months after the last launch, so I think the way that we're going to do it, we might not, is new launches every 2 months. You can follow the TikTok if you don't already. And you can follow the Twitch, because I stream on Twitch quite often. Last week I actually streamed almost every single day except for 2 days. So streams during the summer, and just like right now it might be more sporadic where there's less of them, or there might be a lot. We're not exactly sure, because summer is kind of like, we're busy but we're also less busy, so it's just kind of strange, and we have more motivation because the sun is out. Is there anything else? Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the little update. Let me know if you start watching any of these shows and what you guys think about them. If you start playing any of these games and what you guys think about them. Let me know if you like the videos kind of like this, where I just kind of update you on things we're watching and recommend stuff to you guys, because we can totally make this like a more normal thing if you would like. Also, for anyone who is keeping up to date with Moonlight, 3rd chapter will be posted on April 28th. I'm sorry that the chapter haven't come out in a while. That's totally my fault. I will try and update them more regularly, because I have like literally 9 chapters. I have 8 chapters written, and I just haven't posted them because time got away from me. So I sincerely apologize for anyone who's keeping up to date. But you can go on AO3, and chapter 3 will be posted on the 28th. I believe that is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to stay safe, do your homework, and drink water, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!